On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the AFC, the Jets' Andre Roberts. Fighting his way through contact. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10 is counter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and get rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Jarvis Landry, 26 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Now he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. But he'll get no further as he's brought down with inside of the goal line, inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point is no good.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked. Because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. 23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy as we know who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Gurley. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones there to make the grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta. New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots. But in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score. Going totally opposite opposite what it should be.
Wow, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The two punters, so Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The completion good for 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Ready?
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters an open spacing and run fits, and leaves creases that they were able to exploit right there.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Ready? Yellow lady. Watch the slant.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Breeze. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The drive summary. That time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
65.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Continuing to fight for more. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Julio Jones, 62 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of the... Roses to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
So the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people that have to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there.
Let's go.
But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to look for him anymore? And he's really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Let's go, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready. Young lady.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got things rolling on this drive. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. From the 36, Breeze. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They run. It's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Zach Ertz. Touchdown, NFC.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining program as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Kill.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes, another wayward pass. Things started, and all the way in for the touchdown. Travis Kelce, 43 yards, and the AFC able to cut into the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. On first down, it's Gurley. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Breeze now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Check hot route. Hot.
We got 21.
Breeze is looking to throw. Able to get away. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. And what we see, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out here in the I. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the AFC going to use their final time. Out of the half. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. We're waiting.
Get the ball.
Breeze now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They get the completion, but cannot push forward into the end zone, and as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
He'll be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try to get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll stick to the ground game with Gordon. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final